Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. In today's episode we are in Chiyoda City, which is a ward of Tokyo, and this place is a really beautiful place to visit because it's known as the political and financial district of Tokyo, but it's also known to have the Imperial Palace. So yeah, this place is maybe not the biggest place because it's only 12 square kilometers wide. But because of the Imperial Palace, because of its history, because of all the political things that are being decided in this area, it is a super important ward right here in Tokyo. And I've never been to this area, so I'm super excited to visit it. So without any further ado, let's explore. Chiyoda City is the historic and political heart of Tokyo. Built on the former historic core of Edo, the Tokugawa shogunate's seat of power from the early 1600s. Centered around the Imperial Palace, it functions as Japan's political and financial core. The name Chiyoda, meaning Field of 1,000 Generations, comes from Chiyoda Castle, the original site of the palace. Once home to samurai estates and feudal authority, the area evolved through imperial rule, war, and reconstruction. Today, government offices, embassies, and business districts surround tranquil gardens, while skyscrapers add vibrant modern energy to this layered district of past and present. Japan is known to have many shrines and temples throughout its country, and right here in Chiyoda we have the Yasukuni Shrine, which is a really beautiful shrine that was built in 1869 to commemorate all the Japanese people who died during the wars of that time. But then throughout the decades and centuries, it started to encompass all the deaths of the Japanese through various wars throughout the decades from the 19th century to the 21st century, and I'm pretty sure it's going to go even further than that. But yeah, it's really beautiful. In a way, this park is kind of out of this world because it has really big torii gates that are just humongous, and there's this sort of park that leads up to the shrine itself, which is so well done, and the architecture right here and the way that they kept all these places is just beautiful. And of course, because this is a place where people do come and pray, you have to be careful to be respectful because yes, it's a touristic place. You're allowed to come here, look at things, film things, take photos of things, but you also have to understand that it is to commemorate the dead. So it requires a bit of respect too. The long approach through the park creates a gradual transition with wide paths, seasonal trees, and open spaces that encourage reflection before reaching the shrine. These gates, among the largest in Japan, emphasize the spiritual threshold being crossed. Founded in 1869 to commemorate those who died in service of Japan, the shrine is lined with statues, lanterns, and traditional structures set within expansive grounds. Nature and architecture blend beneath tall trees as visitors pray and draw omikuji fortunes. Nearby, the Yasukuni Museum presents artifacts and statues related to Japan's military history, deepening the site's historical and emotional significance. Right next to Yasukuni Shrine, we have the Kitanomaru Park, and this is a really beautiful park that back in the day was the northernmost part of the Edo Castle, so it was part of the castle grounds. This area used to be used as the medicinal garden, but also as an extended part of the castle grounds for the family to live in. So the Tokugawa family, extended family, used to live right here. But nowadays it is an open ground and it's super duper beautiful. There still is a moat that is surrounding this area, so it kind of shows a bit of the history of this park. And then the flat garden areas also have quite a lot of water, which makes it a very pleasant place because you get to hear the rustling water and you get to hear the birds chirping, and it's just really wonderful. You can tell that people are usually very relaxed here. But nowadays also in this park they have the Nippon Budokai, which is the arena of Japan where they have a bunch of sport events, but they also have concerts. And then they also have a couple of museums right here in the park. So it makes for a pretty nice walk if you have the time to walk here. And maybe this is also a good place to grab some lunch if you happen to be here around lunchtime. But yeah, it's just so beautiful, peaceful, and it makes for such a wonderful place in the heart of Tokyo. Kitanomaru National Garden, once the northern section of Edo Castle, is a peaceful urban oasis in central Tokyo linking visitors to Japan's feudal past. The Taisumon, the castle's northern gate, combines Koraimon, outer gate, and Yaguramon, fortified inner gatehouse, with stone walls forming a narrow defensive courtyard. Wide paths wind through lush gardens, greenery, and a reflective pond, while the concert hall adds cultural charm. Visitors can stroll scenic trails, enjoy seasonal plants, and appreciate both the garden's serene atmosphere and historic significance. Also in this area, we have the Imperial Palace East Gardens, which are another part of the domain of the emperor. And right here, it is actually the part where it is the innermost protective layer for the castle. But of course, we're not actually allowed to go into the private grounds of the emperor. You're able to go here in this outer ground and kind of enjoy the park, see some of the old structures. There's a beautiful fruit garden with a lot of fruit, which is kind of surprising that the trees are still filled with fruit. People are pretty respectful here and they're not actually eating the fruit off of the trees. But you do see a couple of older structures. The most popular one is this small little castle looking lookout place that everybody takes photos of, and you get to see it right here. You get to go pretty close, but you can't go inside it. But yeah, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see the actual castle that's private, but 2 times a year they do open the grounds, and then you get to go much closer. You get to see all the stuff, but right now is not this period. But these gardens are open all the time. They're open to the public. It's free to come here, so it does make for a nice peaceful little place, and it's a really huge property too. The Imperial Palace East Gardens, originally part of the Tokugawa shogunate's palace, span over 210,000 square meters and were once the luxurious residence of the shogun's heir. The Honmura area preserves the remains of Edo Castle's main tower, Yagura turrets, and old stone walls, surrounded by vast lawns, flowering trees, and a seasonal fruit tree garden. An impressive moat encircles the grounds, adding both beauty and historical significance. Modern buildings nearby create a striking contrast, while wide paths invite visitors to stroll, reflect, and experience a serene space where Japan's feudal history, natural beauty, and contemporary city life converge. Chiyoda, being in the center of Tokyo, is not just a bunch of parks and imperial gardens. Yes, there's a lot of history here, but there's also a lot of modern history too, because there's a lot of really big high-rise buildings, and there's quite a lot of businesses that are around here. And one of the buildings that I really want to highlight is the National Diet Building, which is actually where they make a lot of the laws for Japan. And there's also the House of Representative buildings. Of course, you can't really get too close to it. You can see the building, but there's a big gate around it. There's a lot of police. But it makes this area also very important because they do make a lot of laws. So you're going to get a very different feel here than you are maybe in the center of Tokyo. It's still Tokyo, but not as touristic, except for the Imperial Garden part. The rest of the city is just going to be a lot of businesses. And it's really interesting to see this big sort of a jungle here in the middle of the city. Chiyoda, being largely occupied by government offices and administrative agencies, is an important district of Tokyo. The west and northwest areas are primarily upscale residential neighborhoods featuring numerous high-rise buildings alongside corporate offices and banks. Its streets bustle with professionals during the day, reflecting the district's role as a financial and administrative hub. Chiyoda is also home to many government institutions, including the National Debt, the Prime Minister's official residence, and the Supreme Court. The Chiyoda ward in Tokyo truly has a perfect blend of nature and modern life. And yeah, I really had a great day walking there for many hours. But as you guys can see, it's already nighttime here because in Tokyo, when it gets to the fall or winter months, it tends to get dark around 5 o'clock at night, and right now it's about 5 p.m. in the evening, and it looks like it's the middle of the night. But yeah, I had a good time, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed coming on this visit of Chiyoda with me. And if you did enjoy it, please be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, leave me a comment too. Let me know if there's other places in Tokyo that I should go visit, other places in Japan that I should go visit. As you guys can see from my videos, I enjoy coming to this part of the world. Okay, well, that's it. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.